It's a Friday night, so we got the guys together to talk, and it's an important topic, men asking for help when they are struggling mentally.
We have the guys in the house, Eduardo, Bhavin, and Zachary. Guys, here's an important question that a lot of men have to struggle and wrestle with. If you're going through depression or mental anxiety, some kind of mental issue, is it okay for a man to ask for help? And who would you confide in? Professional, girlfriend, guy friends, or religious leader? Or would you just bite the bullet and work through it by yourself? Bhavin, let's begin with you on this question.
You know me, I was kind of going through some things after I got out of the military and was battling that on my own. And I was, first I was trying to get through it because that's what we were taught to do in the Marine Corps was, hey, there's no such thing as being mentally weak, stay strong. But then it took over me and I started to confiding in my best friends. And I started being open about how I was feeling and where it was leading me. And I think it's absolutely okay to talk to anyone because I'm a pretty open person, and I'm open because if there is something that has happened in my life, maybe there's an answer for somebody else. So I think that maybe if I confide in one of you guys, maybe you've been through what I went through and have the answer for me.
All right, Zachary, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Bob. And like, you have to have a confidant, like somebody that at least, has walked through the same path as you, so you can open up to them. Growing up, I was, like my dad's ex-military, I'm ex-military too, Air Force. And we didn't really believe in discussing our feelings and, like all that mushy stuff with, therapy. Like nobody really believed in that. Then on top of that, like from my mother's side, being from the Black community, we really don't believe in therapy. So, but I think it is important now that we realize as men, like we still need help and, there needs to be some form of outreach. You don't have to share your business on Facebook and ask 50 people, but at least have one person to confide in. Or if you can't, then, get a therapist.
Eduardo, your opinion on this?
Man, I agree with the guys 100%. I think that everyone should have people or friends or family, someone that you can just speak to about what you have going on, your situation, anything. And someone that is going to give you good advice and really be there for you, even just talking or anything, just hanging out, you know what I mean? And then maybe there is something they can do to help you or they can point you in the right direction of someone that can help you or to speak to you or talk to you or just, just be there for you and help you through what you got going on.
And that's an interesting point that Zachary brings up, Bob. And when you see people posting their problems on Facebook, do you think that could help them or are they seeking attention?
It could be both ways. You know how social media is these days. It's a bunch of posts to get likes. You just can't tell these days. I think it's okay to keep things private, but not private like within you. I think private within your circle. I don't think the whole world needs to know about your issues because anyone can look at you the wrong way or perceive it they'll start judging your character. Mental health is a huge issue, not only in this country, but I think in the world. It's out of sight, out of mind. If it's not happening to them, then it's not an issue, if that makes sense. But in reality, I tell everyone, there is no such thing as normal. That's TV land crap. Everyone's going through something, and I think it's not for social media. I think it's something for your circle. And Zach, thank you for your service in the chair force.
Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna do that.
I'm messing with you.
But what I didn't hear from you guys, you said talk to friends, close family members. So many of you don't believe in professional assistance, counseling, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, especially, for me, it's not very well received whenever you go to counseling because, your family be like, oh, so you crazy now, so it's hard to get to that point. Now, some of my family have crossed over that threshold and seek professional help, but they keep it pretty private, But I feel like what you were saying about social media, like if you see that one of your close friends is, having a crisis or you can sense that, then, have the responsibility at least to reach out and provide some outreach. I mean, you know, a good example is you called me when I was going through some stuff, you know, a few days ago. You didn't even know what I was going through, but you could kind of sense it, you know, just to ask and see what's going on. So.
And Eduardo, what about the aspect of getting professional help? Is that looked down upon or frowned upon in the Hispanic community?
I think so. In a way, yeah, because in the Mexican American family is like, man, come on, man, you're alive, you're eating, you're breathing. What you worried about? What you sad about? You know what I mean? Right. We got bills to pay. You gotta just get it. But
yeah,
it's some people. I think they still do it, but like Zachary said, they keep it very private because it's not a thing that's like, man, like, what's wrong with you, bro? You know. But I personally don't know any of my family members that have looked for professional help, but I don't oppose of it. Especially if you really need it, I think you should go look for it.
Absolutely.
I truly believe that if everyone was able to see a therapist, it would make a better world. You know, I think everyone needs someone to talk to, especially maybe some professional help every now and then.
Absolutely. Well, we want to encourage anyone out there, if you're watching and if you need to talk to one, especially the guys out there, if you as they say, pig-headed and you don't want to talk to anyone and show that you're weak, just take that time, maybe call a friend, call a family member or professional counselor. We want to thank you guys for joining us here on Guy Talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And, of course, happy birthday to Bhavin Naik, who is celebrating his birthday this week. Also, we want to remind you to join us on social media. We're on various platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Isiah Factor Uncensored, and on Twitter just at Isiah Factor. And, of course, remember to download the Fox Soul app. It's available at foxsoul.tv, and Fox Soul has its own YouTube channel. You can catch the Factor Uncensored there.